fellow South Africans, I'm addressing you this evening on a matter of great national importance. The world is facing a medical emergency far graver than what we have experienced in over a century. The World Health Organization has declared the coronavirus outbreak as a global pandemic. There are now more than 162,000 people who have tested positive for the coronavirus across the globe.
Here again it pops up on our TV screen. Some more results about the effects of COVID-19. The numbers are rising and the people are dying. Our feelings inside are going crazy. And what we once knew as normal is kinda hazy. Imprisoned in our homes and living through our phones. For some this pandemic doesn't matter. And some are praying to the sky for at least a loaf of manna. Most confined in a house because of the impact of corona. Some gonna find some new house to get a hand on a pack of coronas. This is the days of our lives. Just don't get days of your lives. It's hard to abide by the rules when your essentials are on vacation. It's hard to realize that our rebellion is pleasuring us, but it's impacting a nation. It's hard to decipher from good and bad when all that you're filled with is starvation. But man does not live on bread alone. Don't fall into the trap of temptation. You can't see the results of lockdown when there's no application of isolation. Can we be patient and trust this process into this given situation? Let's trust our leaders rather than always taking the situation in our own hands. Cause if you don't, we'll end up in a cycle of my fellow South Africans. I'm sure we don't want to hear that, but discipline is the need for that. I know it's hard to see the brighter side when the only side you see is the inside. Clearly expose what is truly valuable through a whole pandemic. Read about the future as they pen them in ink. Tired of groping around when we'll end up like the dust of the ground. Everything we knew as true feels like a fallacy. Was like we were living in a fantasy and just go back into actual reality. All of this is evoking fear. Families synchronized in tears. Dreams are kicking a bucket. Zeal turned into reluctance. Fear and anxiety has become the epidemic. How tragic. Some believe that this is the ending. But this is where it starts. A light is best seen when it's present in the dark. And don't be too distracted by the darkness that you don't see the light. And don't be too obstructed by what is happening, because there's more to it than what meets the eye. Everyone is placed in self-quarantine, but that doesn't mean unity isn't in need. Because what we're facing is bigger than you and me. But can be made small if we act in unity. Rather than bickering at the problem, let's work together towards a solution. And believing that there's no way out of this is just an illusion. Because this is a life of Advent. A new thing has come, so rather choose to be present. Because it's waking up everything in you that's been laying dormant. Because it's a pot of gold at the end of this rainbow, so trust this process and don't be blinded by the two scenes. No discipline seems pleasant at the time but painful. Later on I heard it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. Forget what is behind and strain toward what is ahead. Keep pushing no matter what, for He is with you, behind you and ahead. No weapon formed against you will prevail, but you will come on top with Christ, because He has made you the head and not the tail. Faith without works is dead, so let's stop just paraphrasing the word and start living it instead. And with Jesus with us, we can still each and every storm we face and know that everything bows down to Him by just the mention of His name. So do not be dismayed and spread the word through the way you have been called for we all play a role in this journey, and let's commit to it faithfully. And for those that is facing us at the front line, we pray protection over you because you're sacrificing your life to save mine. I can't begin to imagine the battles you face. Going out of your home, leaving your loved ones with just their faith. Faith that you will come back alright. And how much you begin to value at least seeing a loved one smile. Your bravery is something to aspire to. And if you haven't heard this, we're thankful for each and every one of you. Because you're faced with a given situation. Yet you have to deal with people's frustrations. Beacons of hope is what you actually are. Some might see you do this because you prayed to, but most are seeing you as people that are saving lives too. The essential worker title doesn't do you justice, because you offer more than just a service. And dear President, I can begin to imagine the weight you have to carry. How one decision can rebuild our nation or ruin it badly is kinda scary. But thank you for doing all that you do, because all this pressure is placed on you, but you are finding ways out like Houdini. And I appreciate your leadership, believe me. SMSs to us each and every day, showing us soon there will be better days, giving us hope in each and every speech, and how you placed this problem in Jesus' feet. We couldn't have asked for a better person to be led by, and this all will be conquered when we obey instructions and stay unified.